Welcome back to Ghoster Coasters, everybody, and today we're going to talk about the Six Flags and Cedar Fair merger, some of the impacts that it's had on the industry, and some of the things that we're seeing happening this year. But first, if you haven't already, be sure to go hit that subscribe button. We're racing towards 5,000 subscribers, and we couldn't do it without all of you, so definitely do that or your coaster counts get, erased, all of your credits. And a huge shout out goes out to all of our channel members for helping us bring all of this content to you guys, hanging out with us at the parks, and just genuinely being part of the best community out there. But enough about how awesome you guys are. Let's get back to this video now. In 2024, the American amusement park industry witnessed a huge shift when Six Flags and Cedar Fair announced a multi-billion-dollar merger, promising a more unified and efficient future for two major entertainment chains. But just a year later, in 2025, that future looks far more uncertain for hundreds of full-time workers and thousands of seasonal employees. Massive layoffs, park closures, and the loss of long-standing park leadership roles have sent shockwaves through both companies and the communities that they serve. These changes reveal deeper direction of the theme park business in an era increasingly driven by profit margins, centralized management, and operational efficiency. This led to a rapid restructuring. In May of 2025, Six Flags confirmed the elimination of all 27 park president positions, a huge change across local park leadership. This shift was an operational turning point in the post-merger strategy. Instead of independent leadership at each location, the company moved toward a regional operations model, consolidating decision-making and oversight, as reported by Blue Loop. The move aimed to reduce duplication and streamline management across the expanded portfolio. However, the human cost of this strategy is immediate and visible. The Los Angeles Times reported that 135 full-time workers in California were laid off across 4 parks: Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, California's Great America, Knott's Berry Farm, and Magic Mountain. Among those let go were marketing specialists, maintenance planners, warehouse operators, and leadership personnel. The layoffs were part of a broader 10% workforce reduction, affecting roles from guest experience to engineering and maintenance. Hearing from voices in the industry, former Cedar Fair CEO Matt Ouimet, in an interview with Amusement Source Media, offered a candid reflection on the restructuring. He said, "I recognize that I wasn't up to watching talented colleagues being asked to exit in order to achieve the cost synergies that were promised to investors. The die was cast when the merger agreement was signed." Now, these comments on the surface seem, like reflections, but it also shows the difference between Cedar Fair's traditional decentralized leadership, where park presidents played a huge role in shaping the guest experience, and Six Flags' more streamlined, cost-conscious model. The concern from many former Cedar Fair loyalists, park-goers, fans, is that something essential to the identity and community value of individual parks is being lost in the name of corporate consolidation. While staff layoffs are always painful, the loss of entire parks also sends an even stronger message about the changing priorities. In May of 2025, Six Flags announced it would permanently close Six Flags America in Maryland at the end of the 2025 season. According to the Washington Post, the closure would eliminate 70 full-time jobs and more than 700 seasonal positions, severely impacting the surrounding Bowie community. The paper described the decision as another rickety turn for an ailing Maryland community. Meanwhile, on the West Coast, California's Great America, another Cedar Fair property, is expected to close permanently sometime after the 2027 season. Though the land sale was completed in 2022, the final decision to cease operations came into sharper focus after the merger. Six Flags stated the park no longer meets our long-term financial goals, according to People magazine. Now, why is this happening? The layoffs and closures are not just about individual park performances. They're part of a $120 million cost savings initiative launched after the merger. In the first quarter of 2025, the newly merged company posted a net loss of $220 million, which attributed to weather variability, late Easter season, and all the other pressures of inflation, as cited by the San Francisco Chronicle. In response, Six Flags leadership has aggressively pursued centralization. By removing park presidents and placing oversight in the hands of regional executives, the company hopes to reduce redundancy and align branding, operations, and marketing across all parks. But many guests are arguing that the experience at all of the parks is going downhill, and the loss of all these rides and the closures just simply is not a good thing for anybody. So, how could this potentially be fixed? To recover both reputation and morale, the company has to consider rebalancing corporate efficiency with the autonomy and the local community. Regional leadership should not replace deep institutional knowledge held by former park managers and longtime staff. One potential compromise would be introducing traveling regional teams that maintain local engagement while still reducing the overhead cost. Second, a portion of the merger's financial savings should be visibly reinvested into the park. Now, they have talked about $1 billion of investments over the next 2 years, but we're talking about more than just that, with infrastructure, guest experience, and of course, the staff and the workers. Layoffs may cut costs, but they also demoralize the remaining staff and alienate longtime visitors. Reinvestment into the staff could help win back goodwill. Third, the company needs to support displaced workers with transparent communication, retraining programs, and severance resources. The sudden nature of all of these layoffs, many learned through Facebook, Twitter, other posts in general, suggest a lack of empathy that could permanently tarnish the company's reputation. Finally, the closures of parks like Six Flags America and California's Great America should prompt deeper reflection. Are these truly underperforming assets, or could they have been reimagined through several seasonal events, community partnerships, and hybrid uses? Efficiency seems to be the main goal here, but creativity has long been lost on what seems to be a lack of empathy, amongst other things, when letting go all of these former employees, closing parks, and always talking about a guest experience that seems to be going downhill every single year in these parks. What do you guys think? Has the guest experience gotten better? I know with the new passes and all that rolling out, some of these perks are awesome because you think about the value for your pass. Of course, that's wonderful. All of these parks for $99 and yeah, that's awesome. Your dining plan works everywhere, your drink plans. I love what they're doing there. We're talking more on the people front and the experience overall because they're always talking about staffing issues, all of these other things. So what do you guys think about this merger so far? I know a lot of people have hot takes on this. Some people actually like it. I know, guys, there's people out there that are loving this right now. There's people out there that are hating this right now. Let me know how you feel down in the comments. And of course, a huge shout out goes out to all of our channel members. Thank you for being around, guys. And as always, thank you for being a part of our spooky community and for coaster ghosting with Ghoster Coasters. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, everybody.